Hello my fellow pirates, and welcome to a small video where we look at the Sloop, and what you need to know about the best ship in the game, and what its best practices are. As a new player begins entering the Sea of Thieves world, you may be a bit unsure on how to handle the introductory ship in the game called the Sloop. This ship is the most maneuverable and the easiest ship to learn on, preferably in my eyes the best ship. Now, many of you will be taken to the maiden voyage, but in all honesty, other than learning how to repair your ship's mast, you really don't go through much else. So let's take this time to look at the Sloop. First and foremost, the mast. This holds your sails, and there are two things you need to know about maneuvering the sails. One is up and down to lower the speed and potentially shortening your turning radius, and the other is angling the sails to hit that wind. Pretty simple and straightforward. Quick note about the wind, you will see the wind lines when you're sailing, but there is a known glitch that the lines could disappear. So if that's happened, just assign a flag to the top of your mast. You can find the assign box in your crow's nest, and this will give you an indicator of where the wind is blowing. The other is your capstan. Now your capstan is primarily your handbrake. It lowers the anchor. Okay, it's metaphorical, there is no actual anchor. But the capstan pretty much allows you to stop your boat from moving, especially when the sails are down. You can also do some anchor turns if you're ever in trouble and need maneuverability. But please make sure once the anchor is lowered, immediately start raising it up, as raising the anchor will take a few seconds to raise if you are doing it solo. Also, a quick note about this, if ever you are on an island and a storm rolls in, lower the anchor. The storm will push your boat and turn your boat due to high winds and water stability. By lowering the anchor, it stops that. The wheel. Obviously this needs no explanation, and if it does, well, it handles turning. There you go. The Sloop has the shortest turning radius in the game, meaning one full rotation either left or right of the wheel will max its turning radius. In comparison to the other ships, the brig's rotation is 1.5 rotation, whereas the galleon is 2 full rotations for one way. What this means is that if you are ever being chased, your boat will have the ability for quicker turns in comparison to other ships. And always remember that the way to center your boat is to utilize the peg that appears different on your wheel. This is your indicator. There are a couple of best practices when it comes to the Sloop. One of the best practices I recommend many of you to really focus on is not anchoring, or at least minimize the anchoring. At least if you're anchoring when it comes to any island, make sure to prep your ship, which means preparing your ship for a battle or leaving quickly. Prepping would mean that the mainsail is up all the way and the anchor is up. This allows you to quickly leave if you see any threats on the horizon or ready yourself for battle. One special thing to know about the Sloop is the ability to outsail larger ships when against the wind. If being chased by a larger ship, make sure to angle your ship against the wind and dummy the sails, meaning that they are right against the wind. This allows your boat to sail quicker than the other ships and may give you some distance from each other. Repairing. If you should get any holes on your boat, always remember that any holes on your lower deck are priority. These will fill your boat with water faster. Second level is secondary. When all holes are prepared on the lower deck, move to your second and always remember to bucket the water. The more water on your boat, the more sluggish and slower it will move. The final thing to talk about is the barrel locations. Your cannonballs are on the main deck. Technically you can assign what balls go where based on your personal preference, but for me, I like having normal cannonballs on the top and the others on the bottom. Food and wood barrels are underneath. Food again is how you want to break it up, but for me I like having fruits on the top, meats and worms on the bottom. And for wood, well, there's only one place to put wood.
Oh my.
There are a couple things on your second deck such as a map, mission table, weapons loadout, and ammo box, not to mention a cage where you can stuff your crewmates when they piss you off. So let's do a simple sail to an island in front of us. Anchor up? Check. Wheel straightened? Check. Sails against or with the wind? Check. Sails down and let's go. You will notice as you sail that the boat may drift. It happens. The water will never take you in a straight line unless the wind is with you perfectly. Usually for me, once the name of the island pops up on your screen, I begin raising sails, as the boat will come to a nice clean slow stop. If you have a perfect spot and want to stop, then anchor away. Remember to prep the boat. Now this island gave us one rowboat, which we can cover in another video, and a skull. Okay, for now, let's do another island then. This time, we won't anchor and see where the boat ends up. The boat is a bit off, so let's use the harpoon to inch us closer. By holding the right mouse button down, you slowly pull closer to the island where you can harpoon your treasure on the boat. Harpoons we can cover in another video as well. Okay, we got a red gem out of this island. Not too bad. Let's head back to the outpost and sell these 2 items. Remember to angle sails with the wind, and any supplies you found, store them. Supplies are your saving grace, and you want to have as much as humanly possible. We're here, and I'll anchor. Don't be afraid to get close to something. One thing I've noticed about new players is that they like to keep their distance from anything and everything when it comes to an island. Don't be afraid to get close up to something. There we go, items sold and ready for another journey, or maybe a mission. Quick note about the anchor. If you are sailing at a fast speed and lower your anchor, you will glide a little bit. It's not an immediate stop, so just make note of that if you're coming in hot to an island. Another thing to also make note is your lights on your boat. It is recommended if you are a newer player to turn these lights off, and the reason why is because during nighttime, people can see your lights from a far away distance. Now, it doesn't mean you'll be invisible, but it makes it less likely people to see you in the distance with no lights on than it would with lights on. That's about it for the sloop. If you should have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in the comments below. I will be happy to assist you wherever you may need. Thank you for watching, and make sure to leave a like, slap that bell icon, and tell your friends and family about the channel, especially your mom. Don't worry, she'll like me. Also make sure to follow over at twitch.tv/heal please heal for more fun pirate action times. Thank you for watching, and always remember to heal, please heal.